Now let me start the car so I can show you what else needs to be fixed. Okay, now we need either a battery or a new starter. If your battery is only reading 7 point something volts, I believe it's time to get a new one. Hello and welcome to How to Helen, where you learn something different every day. In this episode, we will be replacing the battery on this 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. Helen and I decided that before we sell this car, we're gonna fix it first so that a future owner will not regretting buying this car from us and at least enjoy it, unlike what happened with us. So let's start by replacing the battery and troubleshooting everything else that's wrong with it. The battery of this car is unfortunately underneath this airbox, so we need to remove the airbox first before we can get to the battery. So let's start by loosening this clamp so we can separate the airbox from the air duct. Use a flat head to loosen this clamp. Once loosened, you can separate the air duct from the airbox. Now there are two clips for the airbox. Simply press them down to release it. With the top of the airbox released, just lift it up and push it backwards. Now for the bottom of the airbox, you need to remove this hose first on the side. Then simply pull it up. The battery for this car is 26R, so you need a 26R battery for a replacement. The nuts for the battery terminals are 10 millimeters, so use a 10 millimeter socket to remove them. Start with the negative. Once you have loosened the terminal, simply wiggle it out. Now there's a bracket at the back that's being held in by a 13 millimeter bolt, so use a 13 millimeter socket to remove it. With the bracket and bolt out, you can now remove the battery. Since you're in here, while the battery is out, might as well clean the battery tray so it is clean when you put the new battery in. Put some WD-40 on the bolts so they would be easier to remove. The battery bolts are actually 10 millimeter bolts, so use a 10 millimeter socket to remove them. And that is your battery tray. Okay, let's put back the battery tray. And my apologies, we got sidetracked a bit because I wanted the opportunity to clean it since everything was out. So now let's put back the bolts for the battery tray. These are 10mm bolts, so as you can see, they're slightly cleaner now. Now put the new battery on. Take out the battery cap. Now before I put the terminals on, I'm gonna add this anti-corrosion rings that I bought on Amazon. You can buy them on any auto store, just so it tries to prevent corrosion on the battery terminals. Now put the mounting brackets at the back. Before tightening this up, let's put the battery terminals first. The nuts for the battery terminals are 10mm again, in case you forgot. Now tighten the bolt that's on the clamp down. This is a 13mm. Now let's put back the bottom of the airbox. Don't forget the hose on the side. Now let's put in the top of the airbox. Make sure that these two tabs slide in on the back of the top of the airbox. Actually, there's 3. There's supposed to be 4, but I guess one broke off already. Now secure it in place with the clips on the side. Reinstall the air duct. And tighten up the air duct clamp. Make sure it is secure and double check the clips on the side. Yay, it's starting!
Yes!
And that is how you replace a battery on a 2002 Chrysler PT Cruiser. This has been another episode of How to Helen. My name's RJeff, and thank you for watching.